This is Benin.
And this is Kevin Lee.
And welcome back to Terrier News. Over the last couple of weeks, the weather's been up and down and out of control.
At the end of January, it was so cold that school got canceled, and the weather changed from -5 degrees to 60 degrees.
We've already missed 3 days of school due to severe weather earlier this year.
There were a lot of considerations that go into missing school, like when students have to walk to school or have to stand at a bus stop.
I do. We know that global warming causes more extremes, so the hots are hotter and the colds are colder. So, yes.
60?
It was crazy that it happened in such a short amount of time. Like, it went from super duper cold to kind of nice outside. I had my windows open, like the day after we were all freezing, so it was kind of weird.
Mr. Murphy, our superintendent, talks to other superintendents in the area, and it kind of is a consensus. You know, if 20 school districts are off, we are probably not going to be in session. And it goes the other way too.
Next week, we are hoping for clear skies and better weather.
Me too, but we'll see.
The girls' basketball team played against Murfreesboro this Monday in the first round of regionals.
The team was able to defeat the Devils in a blowout of 51-20, with Faith Halliday scoring 13 points.
Leading up to the first round of regionals, the basketball team was feeling like they were able to progress over a lot of the season.
While only having 2 seniors, the underclassmen were able to step up and help the team develop.
In the season, we were really struggling with ball handling and shooting. We're a young team. Really, we had 2 seniors on the team, and their playing time's been limited. But we've come a long way. We're a better shooting team now, I think, because we're getting used to each other and finding each other. Still needed to improve our defense and our rebounding more, but we've definitely improved a lot.
The girls' basketball team wrapped up their season with this Tuesday, losing to Harderville 34-70. Last Friday, the Fine Arts Department took a field trip to the Mitchell Museum in Mount Vernon to see different pieces of art that were selected to be shown in the 26th annual Scholastic Art Show.
Scholastics is where students around the Southern Illinois region submit a variety of art. The pieces ranged anywhere from photographs and paintings to sculptures and ceramic pieces. In order to get your work shown in the museum, you had to submit your artwork to be judged and have won an award for it.
Awards ranged from anywhere from honorable mentions, the lowest award given, to gold keys or best of day in that category, the highest 2 awards given.
This year, CCHS had around 20 students win awards.
This is a fun and competitive way for young, talented artists to show off their work and artistic abilities.
Schools and students from all around the Southern Illinois region went to the museum Friday, February 8th, to not only admire and view their work and their peers, but also other students in the area.
It gives students an opportunity to see what other kids their age in our region are doing. It offers motivation and inspiration to them in their own work.
I think it's pretty cool that my piece made it to the show. It's really rewarding seeing it up there with all those other pieces in the museum, since I worked on it for such a long time.
An epidemic of vaping is spreading throughout our nation's teens. Vaping and e-cigarettes are widely known in our culture.
Yeah, that's true. I see it all the time. E-cigarettes became popular in 2003, but e-cigarettes were intended to be a better alternative to smoking cigarettes.
E-cigarettes are very harmful to our young bodies since it involves an addictive drug called nicotine. Medical professionals are still trying to figure out if the health risk vape people take.
Vaping is still kind of in its infancy in terms of any long-term or concrete data. Probably my biggest concern is products like Juul, some of these other electronic products, is that young people mistakenly believe a lot of times that they're not consuming nicotine.
Studies are now showing vaping is on a rise, 80% of an uptake in 1 year amidst high schoolers.
They think that they're only inhaling flavored vape, which is incorrect. A lot of products, especially Juul, has actually more nicotine than an entire pack of cigarettes.
So it's something that you definitely want to keep out of the hands of kids whose brains are still forming and much more susceptible to addictions.
The nicotine does affect the developing brain. It affects cognition, executive functioning.
Juul pulled all their social media accounts and Instagrams because the fact is they were seen and nailed for targeting teenagers.
Just like when cigarettes came out. There was all kinds of advertisements that cigarettes were healthy for you. It made you younger. It took a while for us to know that that is false. And I think it will be the same with vaping. There's too much evidence to suggest that it probably will have some significant health consequence.
Dang, vaping doesn't even sound cool.
You're right. Vape responsibly.
SSR has been implemented at CCHS for more than 10 years. It is a time where students are given 30 minutes to read and comprehend the books of their choice.
During SSR, most students are using their time to be productive, whether it's reading a book, educating themselves, or catching up on a little sleep from last night.
Unfortunately, there are rumors that are spreading around that SSR will no longer be used because there's not enough students that actually use their time to read.
So I think, a lifelong reader is important, whether a student is 5 years old or 15 years old or 35 years old, reading is important. And I think that's what SSR was intended to do.
In the past, I do try to stress the importance of reading independently, and not doing homework and actually doing what SSR was meant to do. So I think it's a valuable time period.
Although we don't know that SSR would continue to be beneficial for our students and staff next year, we encourage all of our CCHS students to read.